Man, the level of incompetence on this topic is mind-blowing. It doesn't make any damn sense. You know, Ryan Coogler is a better man than me. And this brings us to, I think, the sixth topic of the day. Black Panther director Ryan Coogler mistaken for a bank robber. We deeply regret that this incident occurred. It never should have happened. And we have apologized to Mr. Coogler. Bank of America told the Hollywood Reporter in a statement about the January incident in Atlanta. I have this from the Hollywood Reporter and TMZ. We're going to break this down. So if you didn't know, back in January of this year, Ryan Coogler was in Atlanta filming for Black Panther 2. Atlanta is a place where they film majority of their MCU projects. One is because they get a tax credit and a number of other things. He has an assistant that likes to be paid in cash for whatever reason. That's fine. He goes into the store, not the store. He goes into the bank. He has his shades on, his COVID mask. He slides the teller a note, which is not uncommon. And this happened at Bank of America. And if you don't know who Ryan Coogler is, this is what the gentleman looks like right here. He's the director of Fruitvale Station, Black Panther, and also Creed. Very talented, very respected man. So he's a star in Hollywood, doesn't want to be recognized, doesn't want the teller to announce out loud how much money he's withdrawn from the bank. It all makes sense. Nothing is wrong with what this man is doing. I would do the same thing. Oh, yes, $12,000, $3,000, $3,100, $3,200. Nobody wants that. Yeah. And so through levels of stupidity I didn't even know existed, they completely mishandled the situation, and the cops are involved. Before I go on, Elliot, how are you feeling about this, man? What is your 2 cents on this topic? Yeah. Let us know.
Man, it just got worse and worse as the week went on. When more videos came out, when you start to see, you start to be like, man, you like, how can this happen? Did they not ask for ID? Did he not put in the? I mean, my man did everything right, literally. Right. Everything right. From the note, like you said, Brandon, I mean, I lived in Atlanta for a small portion of time, and it's a beautiful place. A lot of great things to do. Traffic is crazy. But listen, certain parts of Atlanta, you don't want to get caught with a bag full of money. I'll just say that. So, I mean, my man he's from, correct me if I'm wrong, Brandon, he's from Compton. He's from somewhere in LA. He knows, how to handle certain things in certain neighborhoods. You don't just go out walking with a bag full of cash. So, man, it broke my heart. It frustrated me. When you saw the videos, when you saw he did everything right, and you touched on it, Brandon. I mean, my man I'm pretty cool, calm, and collective. He has so much patience, and I watched the video several times when the police was just trying to calm down, and he was like, getting the like all this. I'm like, yo, Ryan, kudos to you, my friend, because we all know in America that could have went south real quick. And I mean, we already know the stuff going on with this film as a whole. It just seems like this film is just so much going on with it. But man, shout out to Ryan Coogler, how to be a level-headed individual, knowing that this is some BS, knowing that he didn't do anything wrong. I mean, my man did. It was just perfect. This is one-on-one how to handle stupidity at its finest with the young lady who, not to put this into the crazy equation, but when I saw the young lady, Brandon, was one of us. That was I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, bro. I wasn't even gonna bring it up, to be honest with you, man, because you know, black people will have that assumption about black people, like this nigga he got money, it can't be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel you, man. And look, there's a note. What we're watching is a body cam footage of him explaining his situation to the cops. Yeah. And I can turn it up a little bit.
Like, I'm not saying out loud how much money I'm taking on. That's why I'm writing down.
I'm not talking about speaking to somebody like that. I'm saying, hey, can I speak to a manager in an office somewhere? Have you ever considered doing something like that?
I want to smack the hell out of him when you said that.
This is my thing with the cop. Yes, bro. Like, okay, my thing is this. I don't want to get worked up, but
yeah.
I understand. I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of the cops here.
Yeah,
I understand that they are only responding to a call based off information that they are getting from the dispatcher. Right. Okay, but this is the thing, And this is why Ryan Coogler was so frustrated. He says, "Can you take off my shades? I'm about to have a panic attack. Y'all, I hear Glocks." The dispatcher asked the teller, and I'm gonna play the audio in a second. Asked the teller, "Hey, does he have a weapon on him?" She says, "No, not that I know of." And also, when the cops showed up, there was no weapon seen on this man at all. He wasn't flagging it in the air. So even if the cops are responding to the situation, the man pulled out his gun before they even asked him to put his hands behind his back. And we saw the footage. He did exactly that. I mean, as soon as the cop said, "Hey, come over here, put your hand," he said, "You got it, you got it." And then that's when the police officer holstered his weapon. And so with you pulling out your gun that way, if the objective is for everybody to go home safely, why escalate the situation? If somebody has a gun pulled on them, they're naturally going to be scared. They're naturally going to be startled. They're naturally going to be like, "Oh, what's going on?"
Yeah.
But they saw a black man in a mask, and I guarantee you that would not have happened if the tables were turned. If it was a white man, they wouldn't have just pulled the gun out there like that. And also, it just makes me upset that when he was trying to explain himself, they were just so concerned with getting their perspective out. Like, you understand, like, we're not the bad guys. We would, like, there's no sympathy, there's no empathy at all, and that's very frustrating. I got the letter right here. I would like to withdraw $12,000 cash from my checking account. Please do the money count somewhere else. I like to be discreet.
Yeah, Brandon, this is a one-on-one when you're robbing a bank. Hey, bank teller, can you go in the back, please, and count the money that I'm trying to steal from you, please? Not the money that's in front of your drawer,
Right.
The one in the back. I want you to go in the back and count the money that I'm stealing right now from my own account, by the way. So yeah.
Yeah, and let us know in the comments. I need to see what y'all are saying. Look, a lot of you have been tellers before. A lot of you out there have been personal bankers. We've all probably had that job before in college or something. I've been a teller before. I've been a personal banker. This should never have happened. I'm finna get to it in a second. The man gave the ID. She didn't even check the ID. She didn't even look at the name. You should be fired. If I was Ron Coogler, the bank manager and the teller should be fired. If just me personally, if that did, I would sue the hell out of Bank of America until they are fired. I mean, look, you put this man's life in danger just because you didn't want to look at the ID. So hold on, y'all like, "Oh, come on, be you lying? She had to have looked at the ID. That's crazy. You're not telling the truth." No, let me so share screen, Chrome. Okay, got the audio. So let's listen to the call. Can you hear that? Thumbs up if you can hear.
A customer passed me a note, and so I just told my manager.
Can you hear that, Elliot?
Yeah. He told me to call police while he, I guess, saw.
What is on the note, ma'am?
It just says I want to withdraw $12,000. Just be discreet.
Is this an actual customer, or are they trying to rob the bank?
They had a debit card, and he inserted it. He gave me a California ID, but I was like, okay. I was like, how do you want the cash back? And he's like, just look at the note.
And he had no weapons, correct?
Not that I know of. He just has on black sunshades and a black hat.
Is he a black male, white male?
He's a black male. And every time I ask him like a question, he's like, look at the note.
So, okay.
But he inserted his debit card, and then I asked for his ID. He handed me his ID as a California ID, but I didn't look at his name.
God damn! You are dumb. I'm sorry. I don't care if you're a black woman. I don't care if you're pregnant. I'm sorry. You are an idiot. You are an idiot. I'm not sorry. I didn't even mean to stop sharing the thing. She is stupid.
Because I'm just like so shook up. Like, I don't know what he's trying to do. So I just told him, give me one moment. You know, I have to get my manager.
Okay, so none of his information was even verified. Okay.
And the dispatcher's like, wait a minute, none of this was verified. Are y'all hearing this?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
It's almost done.
But I have police around.
Yeah. I mean, he might. It just seemed weird.
She seems so startled too on the phone. I mind you, she seems so shook up on the phone. As she literally says, you know, I asked for his ID. I didn't look at the ID. I asked for. I don't know why I asked for it because I wasn't gonna look at it. He put in his PIN number, and I love how she's repeating the note, and she says, you know, I won't like take money, and she didn't mention out of my account. She just went to be discreet.
Exactly. didn't give the right information. Cal Harlem 999. The note said he was withdrawn from his account.
Yeah.
She had a deposit slip with the account number and his ID. That teller should be fired. I agree. Here's my deposit towards a desktop blade. Y'all are funny.
You got it.
Thank you, Cal Harlem. I appreciate it. But teller, you could look at the ID. He has his own bank card. I don't care that an alert went off because it will go off if it's over $10,000.
Yeah,
that's been a law forever. That everybody knows that.
Right,
but can you not look at the account history to see if this is a recurring thing that has happened in the past? Like, I mean, man, just the simple fact that you did not look at the ID, and also the manager. If you just automatically be like, okay, call the police. What? This is so stupid.
DEFCON 5. She missed that day in training, Brandon. She missed that day of training. She was out. I don't know. She was out. She was out watching Black Panther during that day of training. She missed that day, unfortunately.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this is wild, man. I think I had one more video I was gonna play that actually showed her. I mean, I kind of beat this horse to death. But is this it? I think it is it. Just one second. This is from. And so we seen that, but towards the end of this,
On the back of a deposit slip in a account.
You understand what I'm saying?
So I said, you want to make a withdrawal to which account? And he said, he just kept pointing. He's like, look at the note. So I'm like, okay. And so I said, do you have your ID? He did give me his ID. It was a California ID. But my stomach started turning. I'm like, okay, it just seems odd because you're making a withdrawal, but you hand me a note on the back of a deposit slip. And you keep telling me, look at the note, but you don't want to talk to me. So I'm already okay, you're just acting really it's just weird. So then he gave me his ID as a California ID, but I'm still kind of a bit shook up, so I didn't look at his first and last name. Then on my computer it says a high risk transaction. So a red box came up. So I'm like, okay. I said, give me one moment. I just have to get my manager.
I do apologize sincerely for myself being who you are. You're a young black man, but two, for Bank of America. I can't explain how that happened. She's with child and she's emotionally high. She's going through her own thing.
I don't give a damn.
And I think it just hit her differently. And I do apologize because she wasn't seasoned. And when I walked in, it was already in motion.
Yeah, so guys, there you are, man. Thankfully Ryan got out of there.
Yeah, that's most important, that he's safe and can, live another day. And
right,
because it was, like I said, man, this could have been a whole different story.
It could have, man. So that's just, I was gonna say you got to be careful, but shit, he didn't do nothing wrong. I mean, listen, even when you're doing everything right, man, it can still end up horrible. So y'all let us know what y'all think of that story. It's just triggering. I can't even talk right now because it's triggering. But y'all let us know what you think down in the comment section, and those links to the article will be in the description box for you to read at your own leisure.